Hello guys, good morning and welcome to Live Pick TV. This is Talanta Zone with Anti-Success. It's been long, I'm very sure you've missed me, but I'm back. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. Your insights will be very highly appreciated. Today in the studio we have a guest who will introduce herself. Welcome.
Thank you so much, viewers. I'm Clotilda Akinyi, a third year student from Rongo University, taking graphic communication and advertising. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. Ukoaje, Clotilda?
Good.
That's great. So, guys, today this is Talanta Zone. Clotilda is going to share with us her talent and how she has navigated to grow herself in this field. So, Clotilda, maybe you can tell us what's your talent? Like, what do you like to do?
I don't know whether I should take it as a talent or passion. Okay. Me as a graphic designer or as incoming or upcoming graphic designer, I can say it's just a passion. Or do we move from passion to talent or what? Okay, whichever it is. So me as a graphic designer, I started developing the passion of graphic design after Form 4. I was influenced by the urge of turning things into visuals. Like you can communicate visually.
That's great. Okay, so that's more of a passion, right? Okay, maybe you can tell us, since you were born until you came to realize that you're a very good graphic designer, what else were you able to do?
Okay, before graphic designing, I realized that I have a passion or a talent or skill. The three confuse me. That, okay, when I was a child, I could dance in churches.
Wow.
And then when I was in high school, I started singing in choir, the Christian clubs. And then even here in campus, I also sing in church choir as a soprano member.
I can see you have a very, very pretty, beautiful voice, very cutesy, very demure. So with that, I think your talent, because you have several talents. Yeah, it's possible for one to have several talents, right? Okay, but right now you have a passion in graphic design. So maybe you may tell us, like, what pushed you, like what incited you to start graphic design?
Like I said, the urge to turn things into visuals. Sometimes you find it hard to explain things directly. People find it hard to understand, but when you put it into visuals, they understand it easily. And then I was motivated by some of the clubs or groups that I encounter in Facebook and other social media apps.
Wow, that's very, very thoughtful. So, like, maybe you can tell us, like, what do you do it for? Like, just for passion, to enjoy yourself, or you do it for maybe to be paid to get your bills done?
Okay, first thing first, graphic designing or graphic communication and advertising is the course I'm doing.
Okay.
So other than that, I have a passion in it.
Okay.
So it is there for passion, for me to get paid, because you work to get paid, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Nowadays you just don't talk for free. So, like, graphic designing is a very, very wide field. So, like, what specifically do you do? I know I only see maybe in those groups that you say, like, for example, on Facebook or Pinterest, people, design people's names and, those love stuffs. Even nowadays, people are able to soften people, like they can edit you and edit me and I'm looking like someone else, some queen, So, like, which part of it that you do, or you just do it like generally?
Okay, graphic design is a very wide field.
I know.
It has brand identity, posters, social media, posters, basic posters. It has so many things. So me generally, I've not specified in in one section, I can try both, but mainly posters.
Wow. So if there is, you guys, if you have something, maybe an event, you want someone to advertise for you, we got you here. It's live picked. If you have a graphic designer, they can make good posters for you. I'm very sure they can make good posters. You can, right?
Sure.
You know, just by the look of the face, I can tell that you're a very good graphic designer.
I do design for St. Vincent de Paul Chaplaincy.
Wow, that's nice. That's, he's mixing, the passion with the work of God with the career. You see that combination? And there is someone who is having a talent here and they're just sitting on it. Please work with your talent. Or God is here to bless you. If you bless others with your talent, because I'm very sure you don't do it to be paid with at all.
Okay, you just do it from heart, so it's upon them,
it's
upon the leaders to see what to do.
Okay, they see the goodness and they bless. That's so great. So maybe can you tell us, like, what are your future aspirations as per this graphic designing and advertising stuff?
When I look at the future,
Yeah.
I see myself as a very famous graphic designer, a very famous book cover designer,
Wow.
a very famous brand identity designer, UI UX designer. So many fields I want to be identified there. I want to occupy each and every field. Yes.
I know the passion. I love the passion, there are some people, like, they have talents, but they haven't realized, or maybe they have realized, but they don't have that confidence of, what I'm planning with it, the goals that you have with your talent for the future. Guys, I'm just urging you, if you have a talent, like my friend here, Clotilda, she has said she has a very great future aspiration for her talent. You can say a very great. She's using a very great in every bit of it. And there is you there. You have a challenge right now. Please, just use your talent well. If you know you can, sing well, you can dance, use it, and you can be a very great, someone great in the future, right? Okay, so another question I have for you. I have a very, very funny question. I don't know. Like, do your family support you in this your talent? Or, sometimes if a child maybe says, I want to be a singer, or I want to be a dancer, or I want to be a what? The parents will say, this is not something that you can do, we cannot support you in this. So maybe we can just ask, like, do your family support you, or it's just you and you alone?
The family is there for me 100%.
Okay.
Yes.
Like the materials and whatever.
They do support
software.
me. They do support me.
That's great.
Yeah.
So for the families out here, you should support your children's talents. Okay, maybe you can tell us, like, what challenges have you faced in growing in this your talent and career and passion? Challenges that you face.
The challenges are wide, and to start with is that you find that you are a beginner in graphic design and you are just afraid of expressing yourself there due to the negative comments that you will find. So you find that you design, you keep it for yourself.
Okay.
But it is advisable that after designing, you just show it so that you get to the compliments, and then you improve on that.
Yeah, you can get.
So you find that many graphic design beginners, they feel demeaned when they find negative comments on their posts.
Okay.
The second one is that there is an issue with working with clients. They give you not full information, but after designing, they tell you to correct this,
Okay.
and the timeline was short.
Oh.
And then there is this problem with the clients also. You design for them, and then there is this problem in payment.
I know, right?
They either completely don't pay, or they pay less, or they pay later.
Okay.
So that's a big challenge to graphic designers, not to me alone, but to other graphic designers. And to the beginning graphic designers, you should note that.
Exactly. So, like, you have said that maybe they don't give you full details on whatever. So there is some things that you know yourself that you have to correct this and this, even though they haven't told you. But you know yourself. You know there are those clients that they are very, very, I don't know, but they are naughty. Someone just gives you a simple, a simple definition of what they want you to mean. But after you made it, they come now. You should do this and this. I didn't like this. I don't want this. I want the other one. I want. But at first, they didn't even have the full picture of what they wanted. So maybe for that case, what do you do? Because I know it's very tiresome.
Okay, I think we can call that conflict of interest.
Mm-hmm.
The client wants what he or she wants,
Okay.
and then as graphic designers, you know that there are guidelines that will guide you to do the design the way it's supposed to be done. So you find that the client, after doing according to the guidelines of graphic designers, the client dismisses or says it's not supposed to be done this way. But as graphic designers, we are being advised to prioritize client satisfaction first. That's our priority. So you as a graphic designer, or me as a graphic designer, you will adhere to the expectations of the client first.
Okay, like for instance, in this case, you have a lot of other, works to do, and there is just this one person disturbing. Like you have a lot of work on your table right now, and there is one person. Yani, they already gave you the work to do. You did, and you finished. Then they dismiss it. They say isn't what you want, and you have already maybe you've done it the first time, the second time again. Like, what do you do in that case?
Okay, in that case, in a case where you have so many works to do, and you've done this client's work, and he or she dismisses, you just have to come into agreement with he or she and tell him or her that the schedule is set and is fixed. So I will have to redo it later. So it's just agreement between the two.
And I know on social media you guys face a lot of, I mean, see, should I say cyberbullying or something? In that you've done your designing, you've designed some product or something, it's very nice according to you, you post it, and you find some, people are slandering you, people are doing whatever. Like, what do you do? Because, hey man, kama mimi sasa, I could have given up already a long time ago. Like, for your case, what do you do in that case?
In that case, we come to something called perseverance, consistency. Okay, because outside there we have the graphic designers that have all the creativity and experiences in that field, and then you are there as a beginner. You find that you don't fit in that line, so you can see yourself as demeaning, or your visual as demeaning, but at the end of the day, you will just leave it there and correct on the negative compliments or the comments that are there to adjust.
That's great. So, like, one question before we are going to finish. Like, in graphic designing, because I know, like, nowadays you use softwares and yeah, you don't do it. Or do you design via like hard copy stuff? Ama it's just online?
Okay, in graphic designing, we do designing, and then at some points you find that a graphic designer may decide to have that printing part of it. But most of the time, if you want a visual or a poster or anything graphic design related that is web based, to say that I mean, can be used in social media. It's not necessary that it should be printed. So we can design both.
And something has come to my mind. You know these people who write these words, or is it part of this designing?
Graphic designing.
These people who write like in Maduka and Baba J's shop, whatever, and they design something.
Yeah, it's part of it. We call it. There is a name. It's part of it.
Okay, so like, do you also do that, or you just based on the online?
Okay, so as I said earlier, that graphic design is very wide. So you may find someone who's specialized in that section.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So you are going to specialize in that thing.
though I've not decided.
Oh, you haven't decided it. You're just doing it generally.
Yeah, and then to add on that, maybe we call them painters. We paint, they write. Maybe there is some characteristics
Mm.
that we share as graphic designers as the and the painters.
Okay.
I don't know whether the painters is the exact word to use,
Mm.
because if you look at the font they will use,
Yeah.
the font characteristics, they will consider that, and that is what we consider as graphic designers. We look at the font that is necessarily appropriate for a certain text.
Okay, another question. What's the difference between art and design and graphic design? Art and design. Art and design and graphic and design.
Art design and graphic design. I'm not sure, but I can say that art and design maybe can deal with illustrations, drawings, yeah, something to do with that. And then graphic design is now where we use the Adobe Creative Suite softwares, the Photoshop, Illustrator, and the other tools. Yes.
So you guys just, okay, for a case where you have to put someone, you insert the pictures and the whatever that are needed. But for the art and designer, they have to draw the visual. They have to draw the exact thing. But you guys, you just use the Adobe whatever Illustrator and insert it, right? I think that's the difference, yeah. And another one is that those people, they use natural brains, because it's not very easy to just draw something.
We call it creativity.
Yeah, creativity. But for your case, you guys, it's easy. Me, I think at graphic design it's easy because you just go, you check you have been given those tools there, you just click. But this person, they have to think. Like, I have to bring out this picture the way this person wants it to be. It's a lot of work.
But creativity is everywhere. It is in both too.
Oh,
So even graphic designers, we take creativity as our guiding principle, because the way you think is not the way I think, and it's not the way the other person will think. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. It's been, nice having this conversation, knowing too much. Imagine, like, I don't know much about design and whatever. So at least I've been enlightened. Upstairs, I have some knowledge about graphics and design. So guys, if you have, something you want to be designed for, we have you covered at Live Peak TV. So maybe you can tell the viewers something before I forget. Do you have a platform where you share your ideas, your designs, and your name, so that people can go and like, they can go and follow you, and maybe you start getting customers,
Okay, so far we have a Facebook page, a Facebook account called Ojondo Clotilda. That's where I post all my visuals.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe something for the viewers before we end.
Hey, hello viewers. I just want you to know that you can do something. Yes. Each and everyone has a creativity mind. And do you know that even with your phone you can start designing?
Okay.
Do you know that even with your phone you can start designing? Yes. So it is just a matter of taking action and exposing yourself outside. Yes. And never be discouraged by the negative comments that you get. The negative comments are meant to make us improve and not to discourage us. Yes.
They always say a determined mind is a successful mind. If you have a determination of, I'm going to be a great person, I'm going to be a great designer, a great musician, and a great artist, you don't have to be pushed, you don't have to lose focus because of what people are saying. People will slander you, people will talk, people will give negative comments. But do you know your talent? Have you realized it? Are you enjoying yourself doing it? If that's the case, then a determined mind is a successful mind. Keep that in your brains. Until next time, thank you so much. This is Life Pick Talanta Zone with Auntie Success and our guest, Clotilda. Bye.
Life.